For almost 20 years, I've been riding on Noseless bicycle saddles from Spongy Wonder. They made a huge difference to my riding comfort. But for the last 6 months, I've been testing this rather unusual pivoting bike seat. I'll tell you why I made the change and why a moving saddle can be an improvement. Saddle-related discomfort is one of the most common complaints among cyclists. In fact, research shows that up to 90% of riders report saddle-related pain. While most of your weight should rest on your sit bones, a traditional saddle nose puts pressure on the perineal region as well. This compression restricts blood flow, leading to numbness, pain, and potentially serious long-term medical issues. Tweaking your saddle's height, width, or tilt can help, but one of the most effective ways to completely eliminate perineal pressure is to get rid of the nose entirely. Over the years, I've used various Spongy Wonder models, including the MK11, which was specifically designed to fit the Brompton Pentaclip. They've served me incredibly well, but on multi-week long-distance touring trips, I ran into a recurring issue. After continuous use, the leading edge of the foam padding would create a painful friction point against my lower thigh. And sometimes the padding slowly drifted backward, exposing the underlying metal support, which compounded the problem. Adding padding, like socks in this case, helped to provide some temporary relief. Tilting the nose down slightly also reduced the friction, but shifted more weight forward into my arms and wrists, which just transferred the discomfort. So what if each pad tilted back and forth with my legs as I pedal? An Australian startup called Ataraxy came up with this exact concept, but their saddle is currently only on pre-order and costs an eye-watering $800 US. Hoping for a more budget-friendly alternative, we found a similar concept on Amazon for a fraction of the price, this pivoting saddle from the Chinese brand Awnyor. Each pad on the Awnyor can tilt independently up to 50 degrees. That's more than enough, considering standard hip angle variations range between 35 and 45 degrees, depending on your riding style. I put this seat through its paces, touring for more than 1,500 kilometers through Mexico and later the Baltic States. After all that riding, here is my take. Pros. The Awnyor mounts quickly and easily on a Brompton Pentaclip. It delivers all the pressure-free benefits of a standard noseless saddle. It completely solved the long-distance chafing and friction problem I experienced on my old seat. And it comes at a very accessible price point compared to high-end alternatives. Cons. Although the grooves on the seat pads were designed to wick away moisture, they can still get sweaty in very hot conditions. When I push the bike over rough surfaces like cobblestones, the mechanism rattles loudly. I have to physically hold the seat to keep it quiet. Long-term reliability is still a question mark, and repairing this type of saddle while on tour would be a challenge. And finding replacement pads might be difficult and costly. Because I've ridden Noseless for 2 decades, my transition to this saddle was instant. However, if you're coming from a conventional saddle, keep in mind there's a real adaptation period. The manufacturer notes it can take anywhere from a few kilometers to a couple of weeks to feel totally dialed in. If you've tried every traditional saddle on the market and are still suffering from numbness or pain, this unique design is absolutely worth a look. As for me, it's staying on my bike. Let us know in the comments if you've ever tried a noseless saddle, or if you'd ever trust a pivoting seat like this. This is Pam and Gilbert from 2 Bikes for Adventure. Safe riding, and we'll see you in the next video.